right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, race fans. Welcome to the HRL's COVID-19 quarantine questionnaire. I'm your host, Steve Armstrong, driver of the F92 Tenacity, as well as your co-host for the HRL Gala every January. I'm here with a man that needs no introduction, Mr. Patrick Haworth, driver of many boats in the past, including the CS5, the CE57, the GP777, the GP57, the H79, the UL72, future driver of the U10 from Dave Bardish out in Detroit. Do I have that pretty much right?
That's pretty much, you're pretty, I drove so many boats, even me, I don't remember.
Well, you've had a very successful career, Patrick. Many guys would love to be in your shoes, having 10 Valleyfield wins. I believe that's a record. I believe so. I don't know for sure, but I think it is a record, which is a pretty good record to have. If you're going to choose to have one, that would be it. Now, let me just get your thoughts, Patrick, first of all, on obviously the disappointing news of the cancellation of the HRL season, as well as the cancellation of the biggest race that we all love so much, the Régates de Valleyfield.
Well, it was a really, really tough decision to make. The board of directors, we looked at every situation, which was rescheduling to September, and we measured the positives and negatives. Boat racing, the Valleyfield Regattas, there's so many volunteers. There's over 300 volunteers. There's a lot of logistics with regards to security, with regards to medical, sponsorships, the shows, the events at night. And it was just something that wasn't viable. And we just didn't want to do an event to do an event. We wanted to do an event to be successful and not to not be successful. So, and we also, the main thing is we wanted to meet the government, what the government put in place with regards to safety for everyone. So, and we weren't meeting any of those standards. So we decided to cancel for 2020 and come back even stronger for 2021.
Yeah, I totally understand. Being one of the organizers for the 1,000 Islands Regatta here in Brockville, it's such a hard decision to make with all the fans that love our sport so much. It's disappointing, but at the end of the day, we have to keep each other healthy and come back for 2021 stronger than ever. So I want to thank you for your efforts with HRL. It's something I forgot to mention as well. You being a director on the board for HRL is, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of, it's a volunteer role that I know all of us racers appreciate. So, moving on from that, what I've decided to do, and it's not my idea 100%, but it's something that I really think will be fun for the fans. We're going to run through a quick questionnaire here. Maybe it'll be 50 questions, maybe it'll be 60. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully people get some enjoyment out of this here in this difficult time we're going through. So you let me know when you're ready.
Cool. Let's do it. Go for it.
All right. Patrick, who's your favorite boat racer ever?
JP Lessard.
Ah, me too. Do you wear boxers or briefs?
I wear nothing.
He's out there, folks. He's out there. What's the best or your favorite race course?
Valleyfield, no doubt.
Yeah, I bet the same as everybody, I'm sure. What's your favorite food on race weekends?
Favorite food? I don't eat on race weekends. I eat a good breakfast, and the rest of the time it's water all day, and it's a good beer at night with the fellow racers.
Well, that leads me to my next question: Coors Light or Bud Light?
Coors Light, for sure.
All right, who's the sexiest driver in HRL?
Aside from you, I'd say probably, you listen to all the women, it's like Andrew Tate, Bobby King. Those are the ones that are most popular out there. Dylan Rooney, Donnie Allen. I guess we'll go for that if you listen to all those women out there.
All those young guys, they still have washboard abs and stuff.
Exactly. We're has-beens.
So, who's the best driver you ever raced against?
That's a real tough one. I mean, I've raced against Bert Henderson, Mike Monahan. I mean, Andrew Tate's a great driver as well. There's so many. Jimmy King. I mean, the list can go on and on. Tommy Thompson when we raced in 5 liter. Wheeler Baker. He was a very good one as well. George Kennedy, oh my God, you can't forget him. He's one of the greatest in my book. So, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree when you see Brandon race. So, all those guys, there's so many, but those are the ones that stick out.
All right. What's your favorite paint job ever on a boat?
My Grand Prix boat, the GP 57 in 2012, the blue and pink one.
Yep. Favorite NASCAR driver?
Denny Hamlin, and I may shock a few, but I don't hate Kyle Busch.
He's a good driver, that's for sure.
He's a great driver.
Yeah. Who's your favorite NHL team?
Montreal Canadiens, no doubt.
Go Habs, go.
Oh yeah,
love it.
Good or bad?
What do you do for work?
Right now I deliver cookies. I deliver cookies for Vortman Cookies. So my friends call me the Cookie Monster.
Very nice. Do you even work out?
Of course I do. I have no choice at my age. To drive an unlimited, I have no choice. I'm just preparing myself for hopefully racing this summer at the end of the summer.
Good. What do you want to do when you grow up?
Well, at 50 years old, I'm pretty much grown up. So, I wanted to be a professional boat racer, and it's not professional, but I realized my dream by racing boats and being successful at it.
Very nice. What other job do you think you'd be good at?
Oh my God. I don't know, actually. I mean, everything I've done, teaching, I've been good at. I was told I've been good at. I was loved by my students. I guess teaching.
I forgot you were a teacher. That's good. Bar soap or body wash?
Both.
Okay. What's your favorite car ever?
Ford Mustang. First on race day.
At least you didn't say a Malibu like Bobby King. When was your first kiss? How old were you?
Oh my God. Grade 6, I guess.
Grade 6. Okay.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite city to live in and why?
Favorite city. Oh my God. I'd love to live down south. In the states of Florida, I guess, or California. In those states, California is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I love San Diego, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the best at the starts in the HRL?
Wow. Good question. Very good question. I see all those starts as a director of racing every weekend. I'd say there are a lot of consistent drivers in that, but I mean, Brandon Kennedy's a good one. Mike Monahan's a good one. Bert Henderson, they're good ones. So there's a few out there that are very consistent.
Do you like your steak rare, medium, or well done?
Rare. Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
Siblings, meaning sisters? I have a sister.
Or brother?
Yeah, sister. My sister, Natalie, she's 4 years older than me.
Okay. What about kids? Do you have any kids?
I have a daughter, Leanne Haworth. Yeah. She's 9 years old.
Okay. And you also...
What am I saying? She's not 9 years old. She's 14 years old.
14.
Yeah.
And you also have a stepson, right? That's following in your footsteps.
Yes, Matsis. This year we acquired Ed Thompson's boat, which is Donald LeDuc's old boat. So hopefully we'll test it this summer and get it ready for 2021.
Very nice. What's the roughest water you've ever raced in?
Oh my God. You know what? I think Buffalo's the roughest water I've ever raced in. I can't, I can never get used to Buffalo. Contrary to what people say, I love racing in Brockville. I love the Brockville Racecourse. I love the Brockville water. But definitely Buffalo for me is the roughest I've been in.
I agree. Are you ever sore after a race?
Never have been except for Tonawanda, Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know, where you get out and you have a sore back. But besides that, no, never.
Okay. Do you like mustard on your fries?
No, I don't.
Who's the funniest racer in HRL?
Funniest racer? Steve
Yeah.
Armstrong.
Yes. All right. Who's the best? Who's the best radio guy or girl in the HRL?
Well, best radio guy? Well, personally, I've always I've gotten used to using Mike Rendell in the H79, and my friend Steve Brisson used to be very good. So when he used to do it when I was in the GP57, but I mean, besides that, I'm an oldie as far as boat racing is concerned, so I haven't had many radio guys to say who's the best and who's not. So
Yeah, you had to do it on your own back in the day.
we had to do it on our own. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Who do you think's the best engine builder?
Best engine builder for me is Danny LaFrance.
Danny LaFrance.
Yeah.
Very nice. And what about college? Where did you go?
College, I went to John Abbott College in Commerce and Administration, and then I went to McGill Concordia University at first for a bachelor's in mathematics, and then I did a second degree in marketing, doing it in night school. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So how many times have you been married?
Is that a Mike Monahan question? No, how many times? Only once. Only once.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Who do you think the oldest driver is in HRL?
I'd be guessing either Jimmy King or Mike Monahan. I think
Probably
Jimmy
pretty
King,
good,
if
yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I thought maybe Pack, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe Pack, yeah. Who's the youngest?
Well, it would be Owen Henderson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right.
Owen or Matt, they're only two months difference.
Right, and there's a new one coming in, Tristan, right?
Tristan
Mahou.
Yeah, Tristan Mahou, Pierre Mahou's son.
Yep. Whiskey or vodka?
Vodka.
Okay. You ever failed the breathalyzer?
Never, but I was scared once, and I was lucky. In those days, I was lucky because if you remember correctly, we used to pick either a blue chip or a white chip. The blue chip we would blow, and the white chip we wouldn't blow. And fortunately for me, I got the white chip because there's only once where I was positive I would fail the breathalyzer test, and I was lucky enough to pick the one where we didn't have to blow.
My buddy Johnny Douche, he used to have a pocket full of the blue chips. So even if he pulled a white one, he'd switch it.
Yeah, I was scared that time, very much.
All right, who do you think is going to be the champion in 2021 in GP?
Oh my God, good question. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a dogfight. It would be a flip a coin between every team out there is so strong. So I wouldn't pronounce myself on it serious. I'm not sure.
Okay, what about
Mike Monahan? You've got Mike Monahan with experience that could surprise everyone, and you can go to Andrew Tate in the Steeler, which everybody seems to be overwhelmed of that combination. But you never have to count out Brandon Kennedy. you know, there's so many good drivers out there. Bert Henderson's going to be driving Marty Wolf's boat.
Yeah.
You know, if they decide to come in on a full-time basis with the Marty Wolf package, as well as Bert driving, could be a good thing. Scott Letticoat's a great driver. He'll be driving the Schaller boat. They're coming in with an EFI engine. So you never know. I mean, they may be strong. They're doing a lot of changes to their boat. I mean, we can go on and on. So I think it's going to be a surprising year in 2021.
I agree. What about 350?
350, once again, I mean, it's a flip of a coin. I mean, there's so many. I mean, it's such a close class. I mean, I don't know. Serious. You know,
It's tough.
It's tough. It's really tough. But I have to admit that, you know, the Pennzoil, I saw him run in Florida not long ago. He was extremely fast. You can never forget Donnie Allen, who ended the season on a strong note in the 14 boat. And you never count out Derek Smith, who's an extremely consistent driver. He's going to be getting used to the H79, so he can be strong. And then you never forget, you know, the Nick Roos, you know, in Eric McKenna, who's going to have a updated boat. So many great.
It's so hard to tell.
It's so tough. Kent, you keep forgetting Kent. I mean, I forgot to mention Kent, but Kent is like the all-time Mr. Consistent as far as in the H777, and the, you know, he's a great driver, great starts. He's always there. So you know, it's who, you know it, Steve. It's the most consistent driver that's going to win the championship.
It seems to be that way every year.
Every year.
How about the skiffs?
Skiffs, I'm anxious to see the skiffs because I think it's an up-and-coming class in the HRL. I mean, Tom Pacroduni and Sean Morgan will have a you know, an advantage over everyone. But I mean, if Jimmy Stewart is there every weekend, I mean, those two, I think those two will be extremely strong once again. But I mean, there's a lot of boats that are improving that I noticed improved over the course of the year in 2019. So I'm excited to see what that class is going to give to the fans for 2021. And
the Formula 2500.
Oh, Steve Armstrong's the favorite right there. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'd like to think so, but man, it's another
it's
class.
Again, like that's a class that's been improving as far as competitiveness every year. And I mean, last year, you know, as a director of racing, I was at the starting line and we were always looking at each other. It's like, oh my God, this is going to be like, who's going to win? And, you know, this is going to be an extremely competitive race. And, you know, we have to be on our game, on our A game to watch the start, to watch the drones, to make sure everything, because it's so close, so tight racing that, I mean, it's getting to be, I think it's getting to be even worse as far as competitiveness than the Hydro 350s, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's right up there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, every single heat is a final, you know, so it's tough.
You know, Hydro 350.
You know, we'll see what happens.
It's because Hydro 350, you know, they're a ton of good boats, but in Formula 2500, they're all good. All 14 that are registered.
You're right.
So I mean, it's a tough class. Tough.
Yeah.
You got to be.
How about 2.5?
2.5 liter?
Yes, true.
2.5 liter. I think it's going to be a surprising class. Who's going to win? I'm not sure. I'm hoping my stepson does well, but he'll be under restrictions. Owen Henderson is a good driver. The little Tremblay kid's a good driver. You have GF Latour, if I'm not mistaken, that will be in that class. That he's an experienced driver. I mean, there's Dominic Biet, which is a consistent driver as well. I mean, if he can get his boat going, it's gonna be a great class.
Yeah, I'm really excited for 2021.
Yeah.
If you had a chance, would you go to New Zealand and race?
I would most definitely love to have that experience. If I'd be invited, I'd be going there. I'd be going there for sure.
What's the name of Warwick Lupton's dog?
Isn't it Bert, or isn't it it's Bert?
It's Bert Henderson.
It's Bert Henderson, exactly. I heard that not long ago, actually, so that's why I was able to answer that. I laughed my head off.
I know, it's funny. What's your favorite TV show?
You know what? Most definitely, my favorite TV show of all time is Cheers.
Very nice. Very nice.
I actually have all the CDs and I still watch them.
Nice. What's your favorite song?
Oh, Jesus. I don't have any, actually. My favorite band of all time, probably, I like Van Halen. These days I like Nickelback, so, I mean.
You're a rock guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can you grow a mustache?
Of course I can.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't. No way.
Who do you think the strongest racer is, as far as strength is, in the HRL?
Strongest racer? Oh my God. I think it would be Tommy Thompson. I wouldn't like to get him that.
No. How about the weakest?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Never crossed my mind.
Who do you think the most popular driver is?
I'd say probably Andrew Tate, Brandon Kennedy. All those young guns, Dylan Rooney, Donnie Allen, Bobby King,
I agree. Who's your favorite host of the Gala?
Steve Armstrong, all the way. No, you and Dominic do a great job. You guys are both on the same level when it comes to that.
No, he's great. It's a tough shoes to fill because Sylvain was so good.
Sylvain was very good, but you guys do an amazing job as a tag team. So, very good, very good.
Appreciate that. Who's the best crew chief?
Best crew chief out there. There's so many. I mean, top of my head, you've got Mike Weber. You've got George Kennedy. I mean, I'm just looking at Grand Prix there, but there's so many in different classes. Jim Cadets in the 2.5 liter seems to be doing a good job with Tyler. He did a great job with us as well. Managing the kids in the pits and helping them out. So I mean, there are a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, when I asked my son, I practiced with him on these questions, and he said Tim Caulfield. I thought that was
Tim. I mean, I had Tim in the Hydro 350. Tim's in the Grand Prix now, but when I was a Hydro 350, Tim was unbelievable. I mean, he'd be at the boat. He'd be first at the boat, and he would work until. I mean, he was a machine. He was a machine.
The hardest work.
And I had like in the old days, I had Danny LaFrance, which was the same thing on the Grand Prix. It would be nonstop until everything would be mint. So I mean, you look at all the ones we named, they're successful. Why? Because they never stop.
Yeah, you're right. They never give up.
Yeah.
Have you ever farted in the cockpit?
Of course.
Who hasn't, right?
Who hasn't?
What's your biggest fear?
Biggest fear? Oh my God. In racing, or if I look at
general.
Just in general. You know what? In racing, my biggest fear is coming into the first corner and hooking the boat, and somebody running over me. For the past 25 years, that was my biggest scare. In everyday life is my biggest fear is just I don't know, serious. I don't think is not succeeding, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Do you prefer dogs or cats?
Dogs all the way.
Who are the best fans in racing?
I'd say the Valleyfield fans are the best fans, most knowledgeable fans. But you know what? I did the unlimited circuit last year, and I was extremely surprised that the Madison fans, which have been there for forever, were pretty. I was pretty impressed. And Tri-Cities, Washington, a ton of fans, and they know they're racing. I was extremely shocked. Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
I've never been there, but I've heard that it's an awesome place to be.
Fun times. Huge.
What about, yeah, it's a huge place, eh?
Yeah.
Big stand.
Yeah.
Where do you think the biggest party is?
In the camping area?
Yeah.
Huge party, meaning at the races?
Yeah.
I'd say, biggest party, I guess, would be in Valleyfield, but I mean, I say Valleyfield.
Okay. Who's the cheapest driver?
Mike Monahan all the way.
All right. Who do you think has the most money?
Mike Monahan, he doesn't spend any. I think he's gonna get me back, if we record this.
If you played any other sport, what do you think it would be?
It would be hockey all the way. Yeah.
All right. If you could change your name, what would you change it to?
Oh my God. Make one up, Steve. I don't mind. No, serious. I don't know. Serious name.
Oh, I heard Ken Lupton answer this question. He said Scott Liddycoat. I got a kick out of that. Funny.
I'd be Bert Henderson.
Yeah, there you go. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh my God, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I like the Star Wars movie. I like the Fast and Furious movies. So I'd say those. I'd lean towards that.
Okay. Do you have a celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush? Oh my God. When I was young, yes, I used to like Kathy Ireland, swimsuit issue, Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
Actually, my friends actually played a joke on me on my rookie year in Valleyfield. They had this huge sign they were up with a picture of Kathy Ireland and on shore. So that was great souvenirs. Who's your biggest ally in the pits? Biggest ally? Wow, that's a good question. I don't know. Really, ally meaning
friend, somebody you can trust.
Oh, well, I mean, everyone I work with. I mean, Anne-Marie, Didier, every official out there I consider an ally. Yep. Okay. How about your biggest rival on the race course? Over the years, my biggest rival was actually Claude Bergeron, Eric Labelle. Yep. But besides that, things have changed a lot. Very good driver. Right? Yeah, things change a lot with HRL. Yes, things change a lot with HRL. I mean, in the what we say the good old days, there were a lot more rivals when we got to the docks. There were a little more. Sometimes there were punches that were thrown. Sometimes there were dirty words that were thrown. And and we were fighting for lanes. So I mean, things had changed dramatically. There were some, dirty jobs, dirty work. I mean, there were a lot of dirty moves that were done in those days. Now, racing has changed dramatically, and it's been done for the fans. So, I mean, I'd say in the good old days, we had a lot of enemies, but now I don't see anything with regards to even unlimited. All the racers all hang out together, and there was good camaraderie. So no, I don't see. That's probably the best part of our sport, is that how close we all are. You don't see that in other sports. Yeah, that's changed dramatically, and it's changed for the best.
Yep. Who do you think has the best uniforms in the league?
Nicest uniforms? Oh wow, that's a very good question. I mean, it's everybody's got like beautiful uniforms now, because before everything used to, before there used to be one or two teams that used to stick out, but now I think it's in style. Again, I think the racing has evolved with regards to having a beautiful kit in the pit, which includes a boat, trailer, truck, and uniform. So, but I mean, I have a weakness for orange. I always have.
Me too.
I like the H79 and the GP79. I like everything about it. Not only because I drove for them, but I think that Mike is extremely professional when it comes to what his kit looks like and what his team looks like. So, I mean, I think that's the nicest one out there.
Who do you think the biggest mouthpiece is in the pits?
Biggest mouthpiece?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by that?
Who's the mouthiest?
Oh my God! Well, we'd have to say Huey Newport. Huey is. But you know what? Huey. On a more serious note, Huey talks a lot, but Huey is a good ambassador for HRL. He's a good ambassador for boat racing, and I mean, he's just good for the sport. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
What about the biggest bromance? Who's the biggest bromance in the pits? You know what that means?
No, but
I think drivers that love each other.
Drivers that love each other?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't see. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. You can tell me, Steve.
I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite HRL staff member?
Favorite HRL staff member. Like I said, I love working with everyone, but I mean, I work with Anne-Marie all day. I mean, her and I are in constant communication all day. So, I mean, I'd have to say that I love working with Anne-Marie. I think we get along good. And the good thing is when the job gets intense, I mean, we both keep our calm and we do the job. So I really get along good with Anne-Marie because we're in constant communication together all day long.
All right, I figured most people are going to say Anne-Marie.
Yeah, I mean, I also work with Jonathan, and Jonathan is also. I mean, we get along together. I get along with all the scorers, as well. We actually, you know what, the officials, we have a very good group, and I think one of the reasons why we're successful is because we do get along all together, and there's no one that's bigger than anyone when we work, and we do the job.
I agree. It's really, that's it for questions for me, but just a statement on HRL. It's so good to be a part of a series that runs so professionally. And I was thinking about that question this morning, who the best staff is, and so many names are running through my head. You've got so many people there every weekend, and people that maybe don't get recognized as much, but like Mary Lynn in the radio corral,
exactly.
what she does. Jonathan is an amazing referee, probably the best referee I've had in racing.
And when you look at just the people, when you look at just the pit coordinators, who coordinate putting the boats in the water. I mean, they're in the heat. They're running around, coordinating with Anne-Marie, putting the boats in the water. I mean, those are unsung heroes as well. And you can't forget. I mean, the rescue boat. They're in the water. I mean, sometimes it's super hot. Sometimes it's super cold. Depending on the temperature, it's not easy being out there 8 to 10 hours a day on the water. So, I mean, like I said, everybody does their job so well, and again, no one thinks they're bigger than the other, and the coordination is, knock on wood. I've done it for 2 years, and the coordination is unbelievable between everyone.
I agree. Patrick, I want to thank you for your time. I really hope that the HRL fans enjoyed this little banter here, trying to get people laughing, trying to get people engaged in the sport while we're off. I wore a special shirt for today, just a little history. Grand Prix Circuit 84. It's a little tight, but I wore it anyway today. So again, thank you for your time. This has been the COVID-19 Quarantine Questionnaire, episode 1. We hope to see you back every week with a new one and with a different person. So racers and fans and wives and kids out there, be ready for a call.
Thanks, Steve.
Have a good day, Patrick.
You too.